Well. Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel, beautiful people. Well, how are you guys? You know what? I've been good. Thank you for asking. Secondly, what I was about to say was that I've been getting really comfortable shooting the Reddit videos. So I was like, you know what? To get me more comfortable with all of this, why not shoot another one? So yeah, I think let's just go straight into the video. I guess let's go. Hold on. Before we begin today's video, I just have like this teeny tiny minuscule request. If I was a good editor, I would be adding like atom on the screen so that I can showcase teeny tiny, but I'm not a good editor. I'm a very basic one. So I cannot do that. Apologies. But that's fine. Just imagine it. Imagine it. Whenever I'm saying something ridiculous and something very unusual, just imagine it with me, okay? What was I saying? Yeah, I was saying my request to you guys. The request is, I would really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart if you can, just push on that subscribe button. Yeah, it's right over there. Just subscribe. I would really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And I would also very also appreciate it if you can just like, share and subscribe. Oh, I already said subscribe. Comment on this video. I would really love that. I would literally be on cloud 9. Just imagine me being on a fluffy cloud, like marshmallow like cloud. I would be that happy. Thank you so much. Now let's just go straight into the video. Let's go. Oh my god. You know what? I cannot see the camera properly. I'm pretty sure something has to do with my eyesight. It has gone rogue again. I'm literally blind as a bat without my glasses on. Am I the a-hole? We'll see that. We'll see if you're not. For asking my FIL, father-in-law, what century he's from when he reacted negatively to learning I'm pregnant with a girl. Hi, 36 female here. My husband and I have 2 daughters, 7 and 5. I'm currently 6 months pregnant with another girl. Congratulations. Very happy for you. My husband and I adore our daughters and have never cared about the sex of any of our children. Our big concern has always been that they are healthy and happy. My little girls, however, are thrilled that they are having another little sister. I like my in-laws. Okay, you just like them. Okay, that's cool. They've been kind to me and my children, but they are a bit more traditional and conservative than me and my husband. Okay, they're old. We get it that they're old. On Sunday, we had dinner with my in-laws and told them that we are having another little girl. My father-in-law sighed and looked at my husband, apologized and said we could always try for a fourth. That's borderline rude. That's very rude of him to say that. My husband looked surprised and said he's thrilled we're having another girl and only wants the baby to be healthy. I added that there is no way we're having a fourth. This one was a bit of a surprise. My father-in-law, who has 3 sons by the way, started talking about how sons are different and there are things you can do with them. Like what? What do you mean, Grampy? I'm offended. Grampy, I'm offended. What the hell, Grampy? That you can't do with your daughters. I know that he has a habit of going on long tangents where he does not really think about what he's saying. My husband isn't confrontational and my mother-in-law is so used to him that I think she does not notice how offensive he can be at times. Yes. I usually ignore his tangents, but this time both my baby girls were at the table and he was basically saying that my husband would like having a son more. That is true. Oh my god. The poor children were there as well. The plot thickens and it's, oh my god, that's really not nice to hear your grandfather say that. And kids aren't dumb, guys. They understand everything. We think adults, I mean, I don't think that, but adults, a lot of adults do think that, oh, they're children, they're dumb. You can say whatever in front of them and they will be fine. No, they're never fine. They always know. Why did I say it like that? I'm so overtly dramatic. Anyways. My oldest is very sensitive and I could tell she was getting upset. Oh my god. Poor child. I cut off my father-in-law and said something along the lines, what century are you living in, Grandma? Oh my god, that's good. Who would care about the sex of their baby? The table got quiet. And my father-in-law looked upset. Well, it's tit for tat, Grandpa. Tit for tat. My mother-in-law later called me and said I was disrespectful and owe my father-in-law an apology. Do you though? I mean, it's not even that disrespectful. Take it as a joke. I mean, if this is disrespectful, then think about the things that he was saying in front of the children. Something to think about. I agreed I might have been harsh, but he should have thought about what he was saying in front of my children. Correct. My husband told me he thinks I was a bit harsh, but also agrees that my father-in-law shouldn't have said that in front of our kids, especially since he has never cared about the sexes of our kids. Am I the a-hole for my response to my father-in-law, and do I owe him an apology? I mean, of course, you can apologize if you want to, but I don't think so that it's necessary. Like, you stood up for your children. I think you did a great job. Am I the a-hole for going mental after running into my abusive foster parents at the grocery store? Hey Reddit! Hey! So creepy. I really need some advice, okay? I will give you some advice if you explain your whole story nicely. Only then. Okay? I'm feeling all sorts of emotions right now, and I'm not sure if I overreacted or not. Sorry in advance if this is a bit all over the place. What did I just say? That we will only give you advice if we will be able to comprehend your whole story in a proper way. Did I not say that? If you explain it nicely, we will be able to share the advice. So a bit of the background. I, 28 female, was put into foster care when I was 8. My foster parents, let's call them John and Karen. Hi Karen. Hi John. Well, honestly, they were awful. Sorry to hear that. They were emotionally abusive and sometimes even physically to what? You were 8 years old. You were a child. What is wrong with people? Seriously, how many times do I have to say this? Treat children nicely and kindly. They're little humans. Would you hit a puppy or a kitten or a little animal, except if they're like lizards or cockroaches? But you won't, right? Otherwise, if you're a sociopath and a psychopathic person, then you might kill a puppy. Oh my god, I said the word, cut it out. But yeah, you won't. Then why would you want to hit a child? Especially when a child can understand language. There's no language barrier. Animal cannot. How is that not getting in? Don't get it. How is that so hard for humans to comprehend? I seriously don't get it. They controlled every little thing I did. Constantly made me feel worthless and treated me like I was just some burden they were forced to take care of. I was stuck with them for 6 long years before I finally get moved to another family. Thankfully, my next foster family was much better, but those 6 years still haunt me. So sorry to hear that. Fast forward to today. I have managed to turn things around. I've been through therapy, I've got a stable job, and even started my own small business recently. That's great. That's great. That's great. Life isn't perfect, but I'm proud of where I am right now. Great for you. Anyways, here's what happens. I was at my local grocery store just doing some regular shopping. I was in the cereal aisle when I suddenly heard a voice that sent chills down my spine. It was Karen. I hadn't seen or spoken to either of them since I have left their home. And honestly, I never wanted to. But there they were, acting like nothing had ever happened. Well, in their minds, it really didn't. Nothing really did happen. They did nothing wrong. Oh, anyways, I froze. I don't know what to do at first, so I just turned around and tried to get out of there without being seen. But as I was about to leave the aisle, I heard John call my name. My heart was pounding in my chest, and before I knew it, all the anger and fear I've been holding on to for years just exploded. They walked up to me with these fake smiles, and Karen even tried to hug me, saying something like, "It's so good to see you, dear." Is it? I don't think so. That's when I lost it. I pulled away from her and started yelling, "Don't you dare touch me." I was shaking and I just started screaming at them about how they had no right to act like everything was fine, how they were horrible people who ruined my childhood. A crowd started gathering and I could see how embarrassed John and Karen were. But they didn't say anything back. They just stood there looking shocked. I ended up storming out of the store and without even finishing my shopping, just trying to get as far away as possible from them. Now I'm stuck here wondering if I was out of line. On one hand, I feel like I was totally justified. Did you mean it was totally justified? Okay, it was totally justified being angry after everything they put me through. But on the other hand, I feel like I made a huge scene and lost control of myself. My partner says I had every right to be upset, but maybe could have handled it better. I don't know. Part of me agrees, but another part of me feels like they deserved it. So am I the a-hole for going off on my abusive foster parents in public? Should I have tried to stay calm, or was it okay to let them have it after all these years? Look, see, it's a really complicated subject because, you know, everyone's way of experiencing trauma is very different than everyone, basically, because we are all very individual people. So what you are going through in that situation, that is truly personally yours, and nobody can tell you the way you acted was not okay or it was okay or whatever. What anyone can do in that scenario, like, they can be there for you and validate, like, it's okay the way you reacted, it's completely justified, completely normal. That's all. That's okay. And that's okay if you acted that way. Who cares? Some crowd gathered or whatever and they were feeling embarrassed about the whole situation. Who cares what they were feeling? At the end, it's about you. So yeah, what do you guys think about this whole thing? I don't think so that she is the a-hole over here. Do let me know what your opinions are in the comments down below. Am I the a-hole for wanting to divorce my husband? And everyone in my family is telling me no. We'll see about that. We'll see. I, 38 female, and my husband, 41 male, have been together for 12 years. You know how long 12 years are? 12 years. 12 years. You know, 12 years ago, I was 12 years old. That's long ago. Okay. And married for 10. 10 is also a very long time. We have an 8-year-old daughter and I want to leave him. Why? What did you do? The problem is because it's not over anything dramatic, so my family are extremely against it. I am Korean American, second gen, and my husband is first gen. Okay, I have exactly no idea what does that mean. Apologies that I don't know what that means. Please feel free to let me know, educate me a bit. I'll educate myself. I'll look it up on Google.
2 hours later.
Oh, okay. So you were born in the country. Got it. And in Korea, men do zero housework. My friends who are immigrants are shocked any man does any housework. Okay, I'm raised more in an equal family. My mom and dad are both doctors and do some of the housework, but my mom definitely does more. I didn't live in a huge city for medical school and residency, so honestly my husband was one of like 10 Korean men my age there. This is such a big paragraph. It's really hard to read. My husband was one of like 10 Korean men my age there. Okay. My ex was white and I loved him. Also a medical student at the time. But my parents refused to let me marry him because he wasn't Korean. I really regret it. I married my husband because my parents wanted it and he was close by and the right age, okay? So it was kind of like an arranged marriage. We don't get along. He was raised very traditional and wasn't expected to ever wash a plate. He's, by Western standards, pretty sexist. Okay. But life was okay until he was laid off 2 years ago because he was busy, and so I felt like I had to do all the housework. He was in tech but worked on something that has been depreciated and had a hard time finding new work. He made 6 figures in his previous role but now struggles to make the same. We could move, but he refuses to as to be close to his family. Okay, as to live close to the family. His family really does not like me as I am an ER doctor and have called so I sometimes. Oh my god. What is this English? What is this English? What does that mean? What does that mean? And have called so I sometimes can't be home? Are you trying to say that you're on call so you cannot be home? Could have just wrote that. It would have been so much easier. So I sometimes can't be home to tuck my child in. He never did any housework before the layoff and now he still does not. Or maybe because I let it go for so long, he thinks because I want him to do it now is me looking down on him now that he does not work, because he sees it as demeaning him, as you are trying to demean him. You guys really need to communicate in your relationship. My mother-in-law was a... What is that? Sham? SAHM. What the hell does that mean? SAHM? Stay at home mom. Oh, okay, stay at home mom. Her whole life and does not believe a career and motherhood goes together. However, everyone knows I make most and now all of the money, and it makes her hate me because she feels like her son is being emasculated, and he feels like that too. So he puts me down about how I am a bad mother when I go to shifts that require him to be at home without... Dude, what the hell? I think he might be suffering from depression, but he and his family don't believe in mental health and has yelled at me for suggesting seeing a therapist. The last straw was last weekend. I came home after a conference and the house was a mess. My daughter had only eaten McDonald's and frozen pizza because my husband refused to cook. You can feed your own child. It's your child too. I bought all the ingredients and it was extremely simple to make a fried rice. I even cooked the rice. Even though I was on for 60 plus hours a week, I do all the cooking, cleaning and most of the childcare as I picked her up and drop her off from school. I will admit I was against divorce until my friend divorced. She suffered a pretty toxic marriage for 15 years and divorced 2 years ago. She is now so much happier and tells me it's way better than being with her ex. I want to leave, but my family is extremely against it as no one in my family is divorced and it is seen as an extreme taboo. They say I will ruin my child if I do so, and my parents told me they won't help me do anything if I leave because I'm shaming them. I'm torn, but I cannot stand this anymore, and I've told my husband at least 4 times I want a divorce and he just says he has no idea why I want it, even when I spell out in bullet points what he needs to do to make things right. Then he just ignores them and complains. I nag when I point out what he's doing wrong. My mom is always telling me I must not be communicating, but I have many times that telling me I must not be communicating. Oh, your mom pointed out that you must not be communicating with him. But I have many times and I'm just ignored. Okay, complicated, very complicated case. Well, in this case, you should just leave. Because honestly, if you have communicated and he's still not listening, then he is not going to in the near future. And set a good example for your child. Because she is growing up and this is what she will see. And this is what she will pick up, that, okay, this is what an ideal partner looks like, when in reality that is not true at all. So, yeah. Highly complicated situation. But by the story, by what you have written, this is what I can say. Anyways, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this particular story. Am I the a-hole for telling my husband to not be surprised and wonder what happened when he loses me and our kids? Why? What happened? My 32 female husband, 30 male, have been together for 10... What did I say about? You guys really need to learn how to write properly. My husband have been together. Me and my husband. You forgot to write me. By the way, 10 years is a very long time. It's a decade long time. Said it already. We have 2 children, 8 female, us, and 11 male, mine from a previous relationship. Okay. He's never been super active in our kids' life, but he has always shown up where it counts, when it counts. This last few weeks, he has started being more distant. He's been playing video games on his computer more often, like the times he gets home from work until 1 a.m. most days. How? Okay, 1 a.m. How he's not tired? We had a weekend of parades and events in town that the kids and I wanted to go. He says the last parade on Sunday was the one he thought we were planning to go to. So we skipped all the others and planned to go to that one. Sunday rolls around. About 2 hours before we have to leave, he turns on his computer saying he needs to do something real quick. 45 minutes before the parade starts, we were getting ready to leave. This is when he decides he's going to just stay home. That is heartbreaking. That is not really cool. That is not a good thing to do. The kids and I went and had a great time together. Oh, that's good that you and the kids went anyways. Got a lot of beads, toys, candy, and other things thrown out to the crowd. The kids didn't seem to show they had any care that it was just the 3 of us. That's great. The following week, he wanted to start a server to be able to have for him and others to play on. It cost $80 to get started. I got paid in 3 days and told him he could wait until then to pay for it. But that I wasn't taking money. Okay, you were not going to take money out of the savings account to do so. He turns around and calls his mom to borrow the money. When I found out about it 2 days later and asked where he got the money, he told me my mother-in-law and I have a somewhat strange relationship and money has always been an issue. Okay. My husband knows how I feel about this. I told him it would have been nice if he would have talked to me about it before cashing her and borrowing it from her. Yeah, ideally, yes, if you guys have a strained relationship and if that is the point of concern, then yes. He tries to tell me he thought he did, then smirks because he knows for a fact he never did. He was trying to make me second guess myself. This was also on Valentine's Day. Okay. Neither the kids nor I received anything from him for it, but his server got paid. But I didn't make a big deal about it and just wanted to move on. The following weekend, our daughter had an art fair showcasing her artwork. She was super excited about going and is seeing what she did. What? She was super excited about going and is seeing what she did. She invited you to go and see what she did? You really need to learn how to write. He was up until 3-4 a.m. at night before on his game once again. The next morning he refused to wake up. The 4 times I tried, he finally woke up and started moving around. As we were about to have to leave, he decided at that point that he was just going to stay home. Why? To play the video game? What is it with the video? Is he making money out of the video game? Like, what is it? Like, why is it so... Are they trying to hypnotize him? You should check out the video game yourself. My daughter didn't seem to mind, but my heart just broke. So the kids and I left without him. We go to the art fair and saw that she painted a beautiful picture. I was very proud of her and she was so excited to see it up on the wall as well. We went to the activity room. I colored a picture and her and my son colored and made other crafts. I colored a picture and her and my son colored. Or your daughter and your son colored and made other crafts. Okay. My daughter then says to me, I'm kind of glad Dad didn't come. You're more fun when he's not around. My God. Oh my God, that is horrible. And he always so grumpy and rushes us. As my heart wasn't hurt enough, he took all I had to not cry. That is very sad. Afterwards, we went and got donuts from our favorite place downtown to celebrate her accomplishment, something my husband wouldn't have been happy to do or have done. He forgot to write have. Need to learn how to write. We get home after about 3 hours and there he is on his computer. He can't tell I'm upset and asks what's wrong. I told him I was sad that he couldn't take 3 hours out of his day to make his daughter feel special and show up for her, and that when he wakes up one day alone and the kids go no contact with him, to not be so surprised and that he only has himself to blame. He laughed and said whatever and went back to playing. So am I the a-hole? No, you're not. You really need to check what exactly he is playing. You never know. Maybe it's like that. It's like, the secret. Maybe the CIA, they're kind of hypnotizing him into playing things. You never know. You really never know. You gotta check his computer. Go do it now. Anyways, guys, what do you think about this whole shenanigan? Like, why would you not? Like, all these little things that you do for your children, they will end up like being the beautiful memories that you have spent with them. As they will grow up, and also you will grow up and realize that, oh wow, you have made wonderful memories with your children and family as a whole unit. This is bad. Like, what games are you playing, man? Seriously. Anyways, yeah. What do you think about this story? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I think I'm just going to end this video over here. Thank you so much if you made it till the very end. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Truly appreciate it. So yeah, I think I'm just going to end this video over here. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, all the things that we mentioned. And yes, we do have a squeaky chair today as well. So sorry about it. I'm working on it. Not really though. I like this chair. Even though it squeaks. That's fine. So yeah, I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye bye.